How long is normal for a man to applaud for love? Is it really normal to have a short time? Brothers, today we are going to talk about a topic that everyone is very concerned about, but is not too embarrassed to discuss publicly. That is, when it comes to applauding for love, how long is normal for a man? Is it really true that the shorter the time, the more normal it is? Although this topic is a bit private, it is related to our quality of life and self-confidence, so let's talk about it openly. In the daily chats of boys, the duration of doing things is a hot topic. When everyone gets together, there are always people who can't help showing off their achievements, such as, I can last for an hour, and I'm better than him can last for 2 hours. It's so exciting and confident. But in fact, many people who brag like this have no real experience at all. Most of their duration data come from novels, porn movies, or their own fantasies. These kids who have no actual experience always think that the longer the time, the better, and the more they can prove their charm and ability. But the reality is exactly the opposite of what they think. According to actual surveys and research, those who really have sex, whether boys or girls, have different ideas from them. Let's talk about the first key question first. How long is normal for sex? Every time boys are asked about their doing time driven by strong self-esteem, they almost never give short answers. They all talk about themselves like Superman, as if a short time is a particularly embarrassing thing. But we can't just listen to what they say, we have to look at the actual situation. After a lot of field visits and online surveys, the results are a bit surprising. Most boys and girls who have had real sexual experience actually think that a shorter time is better. This is very different from the ideas of those boasting kings. So what kind of time is in line with the actual situation of most people? According to official data, the average time of sexual behavior of men in my country is about 10 minutes, and the median is about 5-6 minutes. There are also a small part of data showing that about 3 minutes is not uncommon. At this time, some brothers must be very happy thinking, hey, I'm just in this range. It seems that I'm quite normal. Don't be too happy too soon. We still have to consider the feelings of girls. Due to the different physiological structures of men and women, girls have different requirements for duration than boys. Generally speaking, the duration that girls are more satisfied with is about 10-15 minutes. So those brothers who only finish the battle in 2 or 3 minutes should think carefully. Although you may be in the average duration range of men from the perspective of girls, you may not give her enough satisfaction. Let's take a look at the boys' own expectations of duration. The survey shows that the duration that men are satisfied with for sex is generally 10-20 minutes. But ideals are full and reality is very skinny. In fact, there are not so many men who can achieve the duration they are satisfied with. Many brothers silently hope that they can last longer, but the actual performance is always unsatisfactory. So, dear audience, look at these data and have an idea in your mind. Don't blindly compare with others, and don't be overly anxious because your duration is not long enough. After talking about the range of normal duration, let's talk about another issue that everyone is concerned about. What is the situation when the time is too short? If a man's time in sexual intercourse is too short, there is a special term in medicine called premature ejaculation. So how long is the range of premature ejaculation? Let's first understand the definition of premature ejaculation. As 2013, the International Society of Sex Medicine proposed to time definitions for premature ejaculation in the 2014 edition of the Guidelines for the Diagnosis and Treatment of Premature Ejaculation. The first is primary premature ejaculation, which refers to the total time from the beginning of sexual intercourse to the end of less than 1 minute. This primary premature ejaculation is mostly caused by genetic factors and is a congenital problem. In other words, these brothers have faced this problem from the beginning, and their performance in this regard is not ideal by nature. The secondary premature ejaculation, which refers to the total time from the beginning to the end of entry, is less than 3 minutes. Unlike primary premature ejaculation, patients with secondary premature ejaculation may behave normally in the early stage and can last for 15 minutes or even longer. However, due to various reasons, such as physical lesions, psychological pressure, changes in living habits, etc., The duration of sexual behavior gradually decreases and may only be about 2 minutes in the end. This is like a car that originally had good performance, but suddenly broke down and the driving speed dropped sharply. However, everyone should note that although the International Society of Sexual Medicine has given such a definition, in many places the definition of premature ejaculation is actually different and quite diverse. This is mainly because sexual behavior is a very individual thing, which is affected by many factors, such as age, physical condition, psychological state, partner relationship, etc. Therefore, it is not possible to judge whether a person has premature ejaculation based solely on the time indicator. If you feel that you have a short time in sexual behavior and often have the urge to ejaculate, at the beginning, don't think about it or worry about it. The best way is to consult a professional doctor. The doctor will conduct a comprehensive examination and evaluation based on your specific situation and then give a professional diagnosis and advice. It may be just some minor problems, which can be improved by adjusting lifestyle habits, mental state, or some simple treatment. But if you really have diseases such as premature ejaculation, you can also detect and treat them early to avoid the problem from getting worse. In addition to disease factors, there are many other factors that affect the duration of sexual behavior. For example, psychological factors. Many brothers often have to shorter time for sexual behavior due to excessive tension, excitement, or anxiety when they have sex for the first time or the first few times. This situation is actually very common. With the increase of experience and the gradual relaxation of the mental state, the time will slowly get longer. There are also bad living habits such as staying up late for a long time, overwork, smoking, drinking, lack of exercise, etc., which will have a negative impact on the body's functions, thereby affecting the performance of sexual behavior. In addition, the relationship between partners is also very important. If there is a lack of communication, bad feelings, or some contradictions and problems between two people, it will also affect the quality and duration of sexual behavior to a certain extent. So, for those brothers who want to prolong the duration of sexual behavior, what methods can they try? First of all, you should adjust your living habits. Maintain a regular work and rest schedule and get enough sleep. Every day, eat a reasonable diet and eat more nutritious foods, such as vegetables, fruits, lean meat, fish, etc. Exercise moderately, such as running, swimming. Fitness and other sports can enhance physical fitness and improve sexual ability. Secondly, learn to adjust your mental state. Don't be overly anxious and nervous. Before sex, you can use some relaxing methods, such as deep breathing, meditation, listening to music, etc., to relieve stress and tension. In addition, you should maintain good communication with your partner, understand each other's needs and feelings, and explore and try some new ways and methods together, which can not only improve the quality of sexual behavior, but also enhance the relationship between each other. Finally, I want to say that the duration of sexual behavior is not the only criterion for measuring a person's sexual ability. Sex is a very complex emotional exchange and physical experience. It not only includes the length of time, but also includes emotional investment, mutual understanding and cooperation, physical feelings, etc. Therefore, brothers should not be too entangled in the issue of time, let alone feel inferior or anxious, because their duration is not long enough. As long as both parties can feel happy and satisfied in the process, it is a successful sexual behavior. I hope today's sharing can help you. If you have other questions about sexual health, please leave a message in the comment area and let's discuss it together. Well, that's all for today. See you next time.